Hello all you seekers of the truth, welcome back to our channel. So without any sugarcoating, let's us show you the real respectable life Prince Harry and Meghan Markle enjoy today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and yes, here we are again with the sugar and spice to come from the royal rumor mill. And I must say, the latest rumblings around the lineage of Harry and Meghan's kids, Archie and Lilibet, are fascinating. Well, a wild theory has been introduced that called everything the Sussexes have been planning into question. So yes, this revelation is that big enough to shake the entire foundation of their inner workings. So you better grab some popcorn. Before we get to the chaos, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. You really don't want to miss the exciting stuff we have in store. Well, if several reputable sources are to be believed, we're about to be exposed to one of the biggest ruses since the days of royal switcheroo. Archie and Lilibet, Harry and Meghan's beloved children, are even being speculated to be imaginary. Yes, you heard that right. We could quite easily be looking at a situation where these are two invisible children specifically used as part of making the royal couple folk heroes and giving a larger flow of money. It might sound a little far-fetched when that is said first. An outrageous conspiracy theory so over the top that even the most rabid detractors of the Meghan pair will find it hard to swallow. Or maybe, truth be told, let us consider this as there is surprising evidence and questioning contradictions surrounding the characteristics of this complex deception that is concerning. And if at least some of the rumor has any wear on its sense, the whole game could be exposed to the last intricate detail Sussex all ran on for the first time. So let's start with the biggest, screaming red flag. Archie and Lilibet are, after all, 5 and 2 years, but there is no concrete video evidence, or independent proof, that they are real, living children. Other royal family and outside sources have not provided any candid shots of the two outside of the orchestrated moments and footage Harry and Meghan have chosen to share. So far we have seen only periodic efforts to showcase these artificial, doll-like babies appear now and again on social media or in public photos, to use during an episode or an outing, and then they disappear. If all they were doing was guarding the privacy of their children, as my other colleagues explained yesterday, their level of secrecy exceeds even the chiefest precautiousness of the most private celebrities who have tried to keep their children out of the limelight, like Jack White or Adele. In fact, it reads more like Harry and Meghan are partaking in some kind of sick sideshow set with animatronic dolls celebrating the arrival of their new members of their family. As warped as they have been, they are nothing if not consistent with their historical practice of prioritizing image to lie and deceive and feign victimhood in order to be popular, in the court of public opinion. I mean, honestly, is there a more calculated way for them to worm their win into the hearts of their woke support system than by making themselves the sympathetic figure of loving, protective parents who must keep their biracial children safe from a racist establishment? They play the part of brave renegades of the monarchy who gave up their titles, their financial support and every last trappings in support of their mixed-race progeny of color. It is an insidious fantasy in which those who have more power, more wealth, and more privilege can literally never be anti-oppressive because they are themselves the most oppressed. But in the case of Harry and Meghan, perhaps the reality is they took this manipulative instinct far beyond anywhere we could have imagined, and even faked being opposite oppressed children to keep an unending well of public sympathy for themselves and avoid any criticism. But beyond the obvious financial benefits of exploiting two ghost children to serve their never-ending lifestyle, this grand whopper could possibly reconcile all the apparently loose ends and strange choices Meghan and Harry have made. Like how they refuse to ever let us see Archie and Lilibet's faces in the open, only feeding us well-crafted glances and faraway shots of them. The couple's often forgetful or contradictory stories, such as the age of their alleged children in video interviews, as well as their habit of recycling old photoshopped baby photos or short video clips. There is also this odd observation that not a single family member appears to have ever seen either child in person outside the company of Harry and Meghan in half a decade. Also, speculation has it that Harry accidentally spurged out the beans during a recent controversial South Park episode. The statement came as the prince explained to that in public appearances he and Meghan used to have to hire child actors to play the role of the royal couple's offspring. It then becomes a question of whether this near throwaway line was a strategically placed morsel of truth by an observant writing talent in the loop on a long game or simply dumb luck at predicting how deep the deception went within the conspiracy candy land of the cis-ex. Meghan is a repeat offender of spreading fake news and organizing social justice movements that she greatly profit off of. Well, she was starting to get weird, which could lead one to the thinking, could she have gone to the much dark places, like maybe hiring a decoy baby service that had a mystery network of children that were used for press and photos and then were whisked away and placed next up on the exit fast lane. While it may sound absurd, as much as most over-the-top plots are penned about the Duchess of Delusion, it continues to be hard to completely write off the idea of these kind of worst-case behaviors by gauging their level of dastardliness. This revelation offers a potential solution to those logistical riddles: how the ultra-rich couple could sow the seeds of privacy while jet-setting across the globe on exclusive private jets for 5 years. This startling theory could neatly explain how they consistently moved their children across international borders and hid their every move from public records or news leaks. How is it they so adroitly managed to exorcise every birth detail, hospital record, witness outside the birthing wards verifying Archie and Lilibet life? When viewed through the lens of the ghost child, the only thing all these differences have what is revealed to be in common. There is no way a normal pair of human babies could be kept in such a high level of security at all times 24/7 for over 5 years without some kind of leak within, by a pair of public figures no less, no matter how paranoid or controlling they may be. It's undeniably implausible. Unless, of course, those children do not actually exist outside of a handful of carefully selected characters that those with the most to gain use to stock appearances, painfully orchestrated and catalogued stake appearances of their biracial offspring. As such, the formerly code of impenetrable anonymity and silence proves not an extraordinary accomplishment but a consequence of not having actual children's privacy to protect or lives to eclipse in the first place. It is instead a cold-hearted and methodical exploitation hiding behind a wink from what could very well be deemed the most cynical and exploitative PR coup of the 21st century. Even more terrifyingly ludicrous, however, even more so than the idea that Archibald and Lilibet are really characters from fairy tales, rather than real people, is that every conceivable alternative to this happens to be more improbable of an explanation as anything, as narrated by the same, now completely discredited, narrators who are at the very center of this flawed tapestry of lies they have so diligently weaved. With the Big Willie style, Harry and Meghan's credibility has sunk to oblivion during their no-holds-barred ambush on the monarchy. So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the same? Drop your thoughts in the comments section and let me know what you think of it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing stories and outdooriness. Make sure to like, share and subscribe to receive all the latest news on everything royal family. Please keep up with us and we will return soon with more exciting updates regarding the royal family. Goodbye for now.